All right, y'all, we are live on this Thursday morning altcoin stream, and it's going to be a juicy one, guys. I can just feel it in my bones, and if anybody doesn't know, the way I actually enter trades is by feeling my bones. How do they feel, bullish or bearish? That's how I go 100x all in. We'll be live momentarily, guys. God bless everybody. Thank you for being here. All right, y'all. Well, we are live, and let's see if I can get this right. All right, so here we are on a blank screen, and now here we are on the charts, which is a good thing because hang on one second here. All right, yeah. So this is the coins that we're going to be doing today: SOL and ADA. And I know that we do these a lot, so let's see if we can get through them quick, and then maybe we'll have time to do a few more. But regardless, I'll be posting the top 4 charts in the Discord for your own, what's the word? Importation once the stream is over. So I want to start with Sol because I like Sol. I like trading Sol. And I also think potentially, if the corn, because here's the thing, the Bitcoin right now, I'm kind of waiting to see what's going to happen when New York opens. If we do get the chickens drinking from this most recent high that we just put in, and we reject off the daily and the naked daily point of control, I think we could get a short scalp in here. And I also think potentially that the same could happen for good old Sol. Good old Sol, So, let's see here. I think the same thing could happen for Sol, guys. So let's kind of go into this now. Now, first of all, I like to start on the Bitcoin pair. And actually, let me just confirm. Can you guys hear me right now? Can you guys hear me? There's no complaints. So I should also say that if you do have any kind of questions, you can post them in the channel that says questions during live stream, and my man Boyan will be in here posting the answering questions, right? Answering questions. So, all right, cool. So let's get into this TA. So the Bitcoin pair has come down to a interesting area of support, the golden pocket, and then has come back up to the value area low of the range where we were unable to hold. We come down below, reject, and so we are coming up to an area of resistance on the Bitcoin pair. And on the daily, the market cipher B is about to print a red wave, so there is room to the downside here, which is just important to know the environment of the Bitcoin pair when we are then looking at the USDT pair. So now let's come over to the USDT pair and just quickly mark out some of our macro levels, and then we'll zoom in and see if we can find some local levels. So the monthlies, we really only have these two. Okay, we have the monthly resistance at $208.41, and then we have a monthly support which is tapped down here at $99.41. And who knows, maybe we are indeed going to simply just range in here. Okay, so we'll come to the weekly time frame, and let's pop on some weekly levels. We've got 249.67, 197.79, and we've got $148. We've got $148. We've got $148, pretty much on the dollar, $136.89. We have $78.69. Then we have $26.65. And those are all the weekly levels that we've got going on right now. We can see above us, pretty much, we have the weekly at 136. That's going to be our next major area of resistance, I would say, because above that weekly, we have another weekly, and we also have an order block right here. So, this zone is going to be resistance. If we can come back up here, these two weeklies giving us some nice resistance right there. Let me actually go ahead and set an alert right here. I forgot to do that. So, yeah, now let's check out the, and of course, major support would be down here at this weekly, but we also have to be aware of the fact that underneath this weekly, obviously, you know, the chickens could drink from some of these wicks, and we'll see on lower time frames, especially this wick is a pretty juicy area of liquidity where potentially the chickens could really drink. Alright, so Bitcoin is now coming up to that naked point of control. Let's check out the 12-minute here. Yeah, we have the potential for the bearish div on the 12-minute. Also on the 6-minute, although money flow is coming up. Let's check out the 3-minute. We have the potential. Money flow is actually looking a little bit bullish there. Let's check out the order flow. We have a lot of longs opening up here. Yeah, we have some longs opening here that could get trapped, right? We have some shorts opening up too. Actually, people are shorting this as well. As we can see, people are actually shorting at that level. We can tell. Well, look at that. We did hit both of the levels there. So this is a simple invalidation where we just put the stop loss above the last high. We can have a very, very small stop loss, and I would say VWAP. Well, honestly, depending on how long you want to hold the trade and when you want to lock it in, but wow, look at that. Look at all these longs coming in right now, actually. Look at all them. Now, personally, when I take trades like this, I don't really even use a stop loss. I just risk a very small amount of capital with high leverage. So that's kind of how I do it, because, you know, inevitably, you know, we do this, right, and then drop. But I would always give it a little bit more playing room than that. All right, so let's get back to Sol now. All right, so these are the higher term time frame levels here, and let's go to the daily. On the daily, we have a lot of levels, okay? And so these are basically going to be, I would say, well, okay, first of all, it's important to know that we're literally at a daily level right now, okay? Right now, we're at a daily level. In fact, let's actually take a look at this daily and see, is it anything else of significance? It is. So we're at a golden pocket and a daily level. I actually don't see anything too bearish here, to be honest with you. The only bearish thing is a potential bear div now on the 12-minute as we come to this, and also on the 6-minute. But yeah, potentially some bearishness here, actually, potentially. Not as bearish as what we would like to see for for more of a confirmation. 1 hour could top out kind of soon here. Not looking too bearish. In fact, I would say that this is looking a little bit more bullish than bearish right now for Sol. That's what I would say. So let's go back to these higher time frames and work out more of a macro plan, and then we'll revisit the local after we do that, so that we can perhaps look for another local area to catch a trade from. So there's a lot of daily levels here, and these will be available for you to import after the stream. But the reason why there are so many here is because we've had a lot of candles closing, giving us these levels very, very close together, right? Very, very close together. And so when we have dailies that are this close together, we're going to be using them more for day trades and less for like swing trades, unless we see a really good confluence, right? For example, when we come down to this weekly down here, it's also a daily. And when we come up to this weekly up here, it's also a daily. And then right here we have a weekly and a daily, and again up here. So those are really the main dailies that we want to be looking at. I would say the $151 daily is one that I would really always keep on the chart. Of course, the 197, that's also a weekly level. The $136 one, and then the $78 one, and then the $70 one, this daily right here, I think is very important because it would allow us to come down and grab all the liquidity from here the chickens could drink, as well as it being near this other zone where we could potentially do something like that and find support around that daily level. So now let's take a look at some volume that we've got going on here. Let's take a look at some volume. So this is basically all the volume that has traded on Bybit right now. The reason why I'm looking at all of it is because there's not much history here for Solana. We've only been here since July of last year. So this is about a year's worth, give or take, less than a year's worth of price action. And we can see that these levels are pretty well respected. So the value area low, we came down and we pretty much found perfect support right there. And then we came up consolidation around this point of control. And we've rejected actually off of if I'm not mistaken, that was a golden pocket. Yeah, we rejected right off a golden pocket. Now we've come down and we found some pretty nice support at that point of control. And we've actually gotten the chickens drinking right here on the daily time frame, where we found this nice support consolidation. We came down and then we closed the candle above that previous low, and we have come up from there. Also on the daily time frame, I would say that this overall is looking a bit more bullish on the macro, simply because we got the money flow crossing over, and now we have a trigger wave below the zero line, but it's also giving us that direction that we want to see from the initial anchor. We can see that clear direction along with the money flow crossing to the upside. So that is kind of bullish, I would have to say. So now let's kind of take a look at the volume and stuff and mix that with our high time frame levels to see if we have any good confluences. So we have that monthly level right here at the point of control of the entire volume that Sol has ever traded. So that is clear support. I would say that right now there's, well, obviously we can't say, but this is support right now. So this is not necessarily the time to be looking for swing shorts in any way, because we have come to support, rejected off resistance, found really nice support at a very strong level of support, and we've got this trigger wave going on right here. So although the VWAP is starting to point down, we can see VWAPs can point down on the daily time frame, and we can still really get a pretty significant move to the upside there. Let's turn on the weekly levels, and we can see that we do have some important areas of resistance, but none are really lining up with these value area levels. So now let's draw some other some other volume profiles and see what we can find. I'm going to take the whole downtrend here, and we've got the same exact high volume node. I am going to take this pull, see what we got. Probably the same. Yep. Now let's take a look at this range that we've got going on right here. Same exact point of control, but something that is interesting now, if we're just going to be looking at this price action, is the fact that, you know, in this range we have come down, we have come back down into the range, found support at that point of control. Yesterday we rejected off the value area high, which is interesting. So, you know, locally we are near an area of resistance, just locally, but, you know, obviously we want to find more confirmations for that and stuff like that. So yeah, we would want to find more confirmations and not just short for the heck of it. I will keep this on the chart. I'll put it in a folder called local range. And let's just mark these levels out here. So I think this does give us some nice levels, at least locally. We do have you know, let's say that we do get a move to the downside from here. We've got the golden pocket coming in right around that point of control and the monthly. So I would say, you know, locally, this is going to be a local support, so like 99 to 102. We've got the point of control plus the tapped monthly plus the golden pocket. This is if we get a move to the downside from here. And then also right now we've got the value area low plus the fresh weekly down here, and that's going to be $78 to $80. And then let's see what else we can find here. Let's see about the macro golden pocket pull. Oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful. Of course, we've already come down to touch that. But yeah, no wonder we found support here, guys. This was a golden pocket and a monthly and a point of control. And I forget if we were looking at this. In fact, I can find out. Let me take a look at the chart that we were looking at for Sol last time, because I want to see. I want to see if we were looking for a trade. At that level. Yeah, of course we were. Hang on. This was on the 14th of April. So when was that? The 14th of April. That was this day. So I suppose that we had considered this level already tapped here. Already tapped here last time we did this. Bummer. Should have been looking for that CDW. Should have been looking for it. Okay, so the last time before that, let's see what we were looking at. Let's see what we were looking at here. This is a daily time frame. What were the trades that we were looking at? Yeah, we were looking to long, obviously, the golden pocket. Did we that was a level. You know, I haven't been, like, the problem is I haven't been trading these coins actively, and so I forget, like, where my mind was at last time, for the last times. But this is good to have that chart open. This is, I guess, a few weeks ago when I was trading this. All right, so yeah, so I would say that this now is still support, where we have the tap monthly, the golden pocket. You know, I didn't take a long from this level, even though it was a good level to take a long from. Let's see if we can find any other areas now of resistance or support. We'll take from the high to the low here. And we've got, let's just put these levels on here. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, very nice actually. So I would say that for Sol right now, we do have some nice confluences. Yeah, we have some nice confluences above us as well. So this area right here is definitely some local resistance, and these are going to be local levels, guys. So I would say like 111 to 113. We've got a 382 plus a daily. You know, also the chickens could drink from here. You know, be aware of the, obviously we have these wicks where the the chickens could drink from these wicks, smash right into this daily level. I would say this daily level is actually also important. So and then we have the golden pocket up here again with this wick. So I'm going to put these on, these CDWs, because they are possible, right? As we are looking at this price action unfold. And I would also be looking probably to short right here, because we have the CDW plus the golden pocket. 122 to 126. And yeah, these are definitely the levels that I would be most interested in locally for right now. And then of course the weekly and the daily and the 886. $136 to $138. Yeah, so I'm going to put this in a folder called local levels. I'm just going to call it local TA. And so this is going to, these are basically the areas that I'm most interested in taking trades right now, honestly. Yeah, let's be honest though. We do also have to be aware of this potential. All right, so now let's go back to the higher time frames and let's take a look at, let's pull some fibs and see what we can find as far as swing trades go. Because I would say that right now, as far as longs go, I mean, we're at support, right? We're definitely at support. And when we're looking at this volume here, we found support on a monthly level. We have found support on a point of control. We have found support on a golden pocket. And so all these things taken together, we can say, yeah, there's probably a good chance that we're going to get another move to the upside from here. If we don't get another move to the upside and we come down more, then I would be looking now for, I would be looking down to this. I mean, for a swing long trade, a real nice swing long for Solana, you know, we have to be looking in this kind of area here. There would be two major entries I would be looking for. Number one would be this, to take a long from the daily, like this, right? And I would trade that back up to the monthly. But we would have to see some nice confirmations. And then the second option for that would be if we come down to that CDW level and we get a big move to the downside and then reclaim that level, I would also look to trade that back up to the monthly. So what kind of confirmations would we need to see for this to happen? They would have to be pretty obvious confirmations in my opinion. So let's make sure we know this is a daily, and let's make sure that we know this is a CDW. So we can clean up the chart a little bit. Yeah, so in order for this to happen, we would have to have a pretty drastic move to the downside here. Pretty drastic and rapid, honestly, coming down to these areas. And I would want to see, you know, obviously on the daily time frame, I would still want to see this kind of direction here, which, depending on how fast we drop, is possible, because we've seen before during these types of drops where we can get in just, you know, 3 days or so, you know, a 40% drop. So if something like that is going to happen and we get, you know, a 40% drop, then absolutely we could start to get this bullish divergence on the daily, and we could start to get that on the 4-hour as well, and even down lower. So this is basically like swing long idea one. Honestly, we just want to see that daily bottoming out or diverging. And I would say, you know, 4-hour bullish div. And I would say that the 1-hour bullish div as well. And, you know, the 12-minute is also a great confirmation for getting a nicer entry. And for the take profits, you know, see, here's another issue right here is if if we get a CDW down here, TP1 has to be TP1 really has to be back at the value area low, because what we will potentially do here is come down and flip massive support now into massive resistance, right? And so if that happens, first of all, this has to be the place where we lock it in. Okay, if we get our bounce, I would say from this daily here, that's a little bit different. I would then look to take profit back at the point of control as TP1. But for this scenario where we're trading the CDW, yes, it has the potential to be a nice swing trade, but it also has the potential to get a pretty harsh rejection from that value area low. So let's say for the CDW, TP1 at value area low and stop loss to entry. For the daily, TP1 at POC. And of course you can lock it in beforehand, but this is kind of, you know, how I would, this is how I would approach that. Let's see now. Let's see now. Now these are for swing trade ideas. These are not for day trades. So then this also, that value area high. Man, that's nice with the golden pocket confluence right there. We also have a daily right in that zone as well. Yeah, so this is a very, especially for like swing position, lower leverage. I mean, this is a nice zone right here. So, you know, I would be looking for an entry in this zone. I'd be definitely looking for an entry in this zone right here. This could be a very obvious entry if we get something like this, move to the upside, and we also are getting this starting to happen on the daily with the money flow getting lower like that. This could be a very, very obvious swing short, honestly. Yeah, that could be really nice. And we do have to be aware of like simple chickens drinking water, this high here, or this high, but this general zone for swing short, really nice, I would say, because it has a good risk to reward ratio. Basically, from the value area high of the range, we could take it all the way back down to the value area low. And honestly, why not just target to even a potential CDW, right? Yeah, this, I mean, obviously it's not the juiciest risk reward in the world, but it's still pretty dang nice. So this, I would say, wait a second, what is that? What keeps look first then leap? What is that about? Where does that come from? I don't know why that's there. So short from weekly plus daily plus GP plus value area high confirmations. Now this looks pretty plausible, like it could happen, especially if we get more of a move to the upside here. So confirmations, I would say one, bear div on the daily, 2, bear div on the 4 hour, 3, bear div 1 hour as well. And I would even say, you know, on the 24 minute, I mean, if we see it line up like this, we know it's a good setup, right? This is what would be the perfect setup. And then honestly, I would take profits if we get something like this. I would take profits along the way down at these fib levels here. So let's just say that we do reject off the golden pocket. We'll take it to the highest possible level here, just so that we can front run all our take profits, which is always a good idea to do. Front run take profits because they when you're front running, then you know that they're going to get filled, right? So let's see here. All right. So now let's get a little bit more local. Hang on. Whoa. Yeah, okay, so let's zoom in a little bit. Let's go to the 4 hour and just kind of look to see what's happening. Honestly, this does look like it has the potential to be bullish, but also this also does look like it has the potential to be pretty dang bearish as well. This is the 2 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour. Yeah, it looks like we could really do something kind of bearish here. In the near future, because of the fact that we see these higher term time frames, like the 1 hour potential bear div, the 2 hour potential bear div, the 4 hour potential bear div. Yeah. So let's turn back on our local analysis. Yeah, so we have the 382 plus the daily right up here. You know, if we do get some kind of crazy pump up like this, which we very well may, I mean, Bitcoin's looking, well, it's looking a little, let's check out the 12 minute. It looks like it could come down a little bit. But actually the money flow on the 12 is getting higher. So let's say that we pump up here and you know, the altcoins do as well, then I would definitely be looking to this box right here for a short at the 382. Yeah, I would want to see something like that, even on the 12 minute. It would have to happen just right, honestly. Wow, look at that, guys. Now this is take a quick look at this. Ooh, we had a lot of longs opening up here. About 10 million longs open up right there. Wow, look at that. Look at those longs opening up right there. A lot of them. You know, 5.5 million in just that one candle. Interesting. A lot of shorts. A lot of shorts closing out right here. Yeah, I would say, you know, so long as we're above this level, uh, you know, not really looking to short unless we come down. But I actually think my short is still open. So if Bitcoin starts to pump, you know, I don't really know what Sol's going to do. So these coins tend to get a lot of volatility when Bitcoin is ranging. Um, let's even get down to a more local range here. See if we can find anything else. Let's say we get a move to the downside from here. Do we have anything interesting? Not particularly. Not particularly. Okay, so we found some resistance around that golden pocket. Not too much. Perhaps the 786. But nothing really that jumps out at me that makes me want to say, yeah, heck yeah, let me get into a trade right now. I would say that these levels here are the ones that I would really be most interested in. Just looking at the local range, these right here. So I'm going to go ahead and save this chart, and I'm going to make a copy of it, and I'm going to post it in the Discord right now. And then we will take a look at Cardano. Yeah, then we'll take a look at Cardano. Yeah, it's kind of tough to say right now. Like, we do have some bear divs, but 4 hours looking kind of bullish, and it's hard to say, right? It's hard to say what's going to happen. If we trap all these people that are longing right here, if we lose now this, if we lose the daily now, then I'd say we could trap a lot of longs up there, and we still do have technically a 1 hour bear div technically. That could go away soon. But it's still technically there, as well as this still technically being there. So yeah, we'll have to like wait and see. But yeah, I'm in a short, and it's underwater, I'll tell you that. It is under the water. All right, so let's move over to Cardano. And take a look at what's happening here. So here we are on the Cardano chart. Let's start as usual. Actually, let me quickly pop in here. Let's see if we have any questions before we go on. Yeah, there is a coupon code for the advanced trading course. And it's good, I think, until the end of today. So make sure to use that if you want to. And all right, let's pop back into Cardano. Let's just mark out the levels. So the month, $2.76 is a monthly level. We have this tapped monthly down here at $1.19, and then we have the monthly open right here at $1.14. This will be a monthly resistance in 9 days if the month closes purple. And then this down here is, it used to be a potential monthly, but that actually has become our monthly right down here. And you can see that we're kind of holding support there. We kind of are. Then, of course, we don't have anything until we get down to like 9 cents and 3 cents. So let's come down to the weekly. Check this out. We've got the $2.91, $2.04, $1.41, $1.18, 78, 35, 15, and 9.8 cents. Right now, I would say locally, these two monthlies with the weekly, that's going to offer us some nice resistance. Then, of course, we've got this fresh weekly down here, potentially giving us some support. Just trying to look and see, if we have any kind of confluences there. Something else that we should just keep in mind is that we have this potential parallel channel with a tap, tap, tap. So we have 3 taps, which is interesting because, potentially we could, having found support down here, get a move back to the upside. However, we do have to understand that just like the corn, we're getting money flow crossing to the downside on the weekly, which, it really does kind of make you think that we could see some lower levels of support being touched, right? And if we go back, and this is the Binance chart, but if we come back here to the last time that we had the money flow crossing down, which I guess we can't really see too clearly on the Binance chart. But I would say that, let's just say from here, right, we had another we had another 70% move to the downside. So I'm not saying that that's going to happen. I'm just saying that we do need to be prepared for some more downside here. We do need to be prepared for some more downside, even though we're at support. Because this money flow is powerful, and it's a very, very slow acting like signal. So just because the money flow is crossing down doesn't mean we're not going to get, you know, upside and downside, right? We can expect that always to be happening. But yeah, for sure, we need to be prepared for that. And then we come to the daily chart, and we do have quite a few daily levels here, quite a few. So first of all, you know, just below us, we just a few days ago came down and hit the daily that we put in over here. But these are all the daily levels, as you can see, and you know, we'll be able to import them after the stream. But the two of most prominent note is the daily at the halfway point of the channel, and then the daily also at the top of the channel. So those are kind of interesting. They're kind of interesting zones. You know, we even do have the weekly and the tap daily at the bottom of the channel as well. So just interesting confluences there. That's all, just to be aware of it. Potentially, we have this bump and run pattern here, where we have had this broken above the resistance, and this is interesting because I guess did we, you could say even and make the case that we have broken the resistance and now getting the retrace off the golden pocket, which could be pretty dang bullish. Could be, right? Has the potential. So that's just something to keep in mind there. This also as a support if we come down lower, to maybe retest it and be looking for intersectionality there. You know, we don't really have anything too soon. That weekly could have been good a few days ago, not anymore. Yeah, not anymore. The only thing that could be interesting now is coming down to this potential wick here, right? This is the last area of liquidity that we have if we get another move to the downside. And let's say that like we do something like this right off that trend line, just something to be aware of. Okay, so now let's take a look at some of the volume here. First of all, we've got the range volume taking us all the way back to the beginning of 2021. Basically, we have a pretty important support resistance flip right around 94 cents, because this is consolidation. The first major area of consolidation that we had after this level right here, resistance, boom, breakout. The breakout, print this bull flag before more movement to the upside. And so this I would consider, you know, a macro range. And so right now we're kind of flirting with this value area low. After coming down to lose it, coming back inside of it, we got the rejection off the point of control, and I actually did short that as well. And now we are just consolidating right here on this value area low. Now we do have momentum and money flow coming up here, but it's important just to keep in mind that if we can't hold the level and we lose it again, then really we do have that liquidity down there to grab. But these are important levels to be marked out on the chart. And I actually, let me just make sure that, yeah, this is up to date, but this value area high needs to be moved down just a smidgen. There we go. And let's see now, do we have any nice confluences? We do. The point of control is now a fresh weekly again, so that's something to keep in mind. And the monthly was around that area, which is now a tapped monthly. Yeah, this was a nice short trade. This is definitely a short trade that I did take. Um, let's see any other confluences. I mean, I'd say that point of control is still an area of resistance now for us, simply because of the fact that we have a fresh daily and a fresh weekly there, and a tapped monthly at a point of control. So that's still an important area of resistance now. And who knows, maybe we could start to do something like this. I don't know, that's a pretty sloppy looking symmetrical triangle there, but you know, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. Um, let's take a look at the downtrend volume. Same exact point of control as the whole trend. Obviously, the value area low is down here. So that's as low as we came down to, and we did have quite a bit of volume down at these lows as well. So you can see we have this volume spike here. You know, I don't really see any good opportunities right now that are jumping out at me as awesome opportunities. But let me take a look at some of the previous charts that we were looking at. Yes, this is the last time that we were looking at Cardano, and I'm pretty sure really not much has changed since the end of March, the last day of March actually. So this was my trading idea at the time. That obviously did not happen, but we did get our short from this area. Let's see what else I was thinking. Yeah, so that clearly did not happen. Yeah, that didn't happen. All right, well, let's pull some fibs and see what we can find. But I have to be honest with you guys. Besides the short from the point of control, I can't really... there's nothing for Cardano that's jumping out at me right now. I would say there's probably... obviously right now... you know, besides a long from the golden pocket as like a swing trade, if you wanted to do that, which I wouldn't do, just personally. because I feel that I've already missed the opportunity. Let's actually let's pull up EXO here and take a look and see if we can find any juicy naked pointing controls, because if I remember properly, yeah, we do have some juicy naked pointing controls here. Yeah, is this these are, I think that's right in the golden pocket right there, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, okay. I think that this old chart that I have here is still pretty relevant. So basically, the major areas of resistance that I would be looking for right now are gonna be the around the 382. I would say the 382.5 and the golden pocket. I would say that all of these. Hang on, this is not the Sol chart, the Cardano chart. We know we have naked points of control in here. We have naked points of control, well, not really, but we have a daily and a 0.5 fib right here, which is also just a clear support resistance flip, right? Clear support, 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 resistance, so we can expect that to have a reaction. And then also up here, we know we have massive confluence right here. We have two naked daily points of control, a daily level, a naked weekly point of control, and a golden pocket. So this right here is daily plus GP plus NDPOC plus NDPOC plus NWPOC at 2.18 to 2.3. This right here is a daily plus 382 plus naked daily point of control, and this is a 0.5 plus daily. I think that those are the juicy areas of resistance. I'll put them as key levels. And then let's pull some more fibs here, see what we got. That's a significant. I would say, yeah, those really being the major areas of resistance. Ooh, and look at that. It's also the 1.618 fib extension of this little potential uptrend that we're in right here. Yeah, I like that. Then I would say key supports. All right, well, we also have to recognize the fact that we have this level up here. as we have a fresh daily, a fresh weekly, and the point of control. And that would be at 1.18 to 1.22. And then this down here, this weekly, daily, and potential CDW. And then really this down here, this secret level is important as well. I would say that these would be the major areas to be looking for, major trades for Cardano. The first juiciest one I would say being right up here, and then the golden pocket being extremely, extremely juicy. Yeah, I think that could be pretty dang juicy. But as far as like trade setups go, I don't see anything in the immediate. I would have to wait until we get to one of these areas, and then I would look to short here, long here, long here. I would look to basically take trades at all of these levels. So I'm not really going to give a setup right now. Yeah, sometimes on these streams, guys, we just get the most obvious setups, and other times we don't get them at all. And Cardano is one of those coins where I would say, the trade to take, it was from the point of control. And right now we're at support, so the only trade really to take would be the long from here. I'm not really looking to take that right now, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm not, just simply because if we come to, I really like to trade divergences, and that's not a divergence there. That's not a divergence. So yeah, I mean, we have this hyper local range right here that we could take a look at. And it's actually not that hyper, it goes back quite some time, to the middle of April. Let's see, do we have anything? Yeah, I mean, we have the golden pocket down here. This could be super local, I guess. I don't see anything that screams out take a trade. The golden pocket, if we come down to there with the divergence, obviously we would look to take a trade. Yeah, I'm not really stoked on anything here, to be honest. So I'm going to post the chart in the trading levels. Cool. All right. Well, let's take a quick look at Bitcoin and see what's happening here. Our potentially now losing those levels. Let's take a look at the order flow. We have a lot of longs that have opened up here, but yeah, I wouldn't say that too many of them are currently trapped. If anything, we have slight bullishness. Yeah, this could be an SR flip right here. Although mixed signals. The 12-minute definitely has a div, but the money flow is not getting lower. Oh man, you know, it's so hard to say. I'm still in my short, guys. I'm still in my short, just so everyone knows. I'm hodling that thing to the death. That's how I roll. That's how I roll. High lev, low position size. Well, I should say low risk. I don't put a lot of my. I don't put big percent on the trade. 1%, 0.5% sometimes. And then I just hodl to the death with high leverage. Stop loss just before liquidation. So let's answer some questions here. If we have any, you can go ahead and post those in the questions during live stream channel. And if there are no questions, guys, then yeah, we could peace out. But just so everyone's aware, beta testing is back open for the trading bot, and this is your opportunity basically to get full access to the bot for a lifetime discount. That's about $100 or more less than what the price will be, as well as a video here walking you through how to set up the bot. And also, we have a discount for the course, which I think, I forget where I posted that. But, Boyan, do you know where I posted that discount? Because it's only good for the rest of the day. Right here. Right here, in the VIP weekly live stream section. There is I think it's a 50% discount, the 420 special, y'all, for the ExoCharts course. My stop loss for Bitcoin, I don't have one, man. I don't have well, I do. Let me actually find out the exact stop loss. My stop loss is 43,082. And I'm in a 70x leverage short right now. And it's in the green. It's in the green. This is my opportunity actually to take some P, man. But man, shout out to Boyan, by the way, who gave that long setup yesterday from down here. because I took that and it's pretty juice. But I have to be honest, as far as this actual short goes, I am very uncertain. Like there is not an ounce of certainty in my bones for this short. The only reason I'm still in it is because I am in now 3 longs, and we're at resistance, and I see a 1 hour bear div. Right, I see a 1 hour bear div. If that thing plays out, man, I'm not trying to miss out, right? So I guess it's a little FOMO. But yeah, I do see my confirmations. Right? I do see them. They're here. They're not that strong, but they're here. And we have officially now are below those levels. So that's giving me a little bit more security. I would say, honestly, guys, right now, I mean, I should probably move my stop loss. I guess my stop loss is right about here anyway. So yeah. Yeah, so I have a perfectly good stop loss, I would say, for this. And yeah. My video showing how to get the XO previous day values, etc. I'm pretty sure that video is in the XO charts preview. Okay, so Aria, we moved everything over to a new website. You should have received an email that prompted you to reset your password for the new website. If not, reach out to Boyan and he can fix that for you, or at least set you up. And if anybody has issues with the course, reach out to Boyan. He can set you up with a solution for that. But yeah, check the spam or the junk folder first. Yeah, and just so everyone knows, every Wednesday at 9, me and Boyan will be going over the New York Open, looking for trades and stuff. As well as the Monday streams, guys. I'm going to be doing them at 8:30 again, and so we will be looking for Bitcoin trades during New York Open as well. Kind of like what we did today. Although this one sucks. Right? This one kind of sucked. This one wasn't this one was not exactly as predicted. But hey, it's not in the red right now, that's for sure. It's slightly in the green. Or in the blue, I should say. In the blue and the purple. Yeah, and guys, I mean, you know, if it's a key level, you know, usually me and Boyan have very similar trading levels. So, you know, check out my TA that I post every day, because even if I'm not giving an actual trade set up, I'm always looking to take trades at the levels I post. So you can kind of just take for granted that if I post the green box, I'm looking for a trade from there. I don't post trade setups unless I see something that like is going to looks probable to play out in the immediate short term. Because the thing is, I'm not going to sit there and post a trade setup for every single green box I have. But if I see that, hey, it looks like, you know, based on market cipher, we could get our confirmations at that green box soon, then I'll post it. So just look at my levels and set alerts there to be looking for confirmations, because that's where I'm looking to trade. How does risk reward make sense for scalps if the stop losses are around 1% plus? Well, here's how it works out. So for me, like if I'm taking a scalp like this, and let's say I'm risking 1% of my total account, yeah, so if my TP1 is at like, you know, 0.5%, and the stop loss is at 1%, then yeah, technically that's a pretty bad risk to reward ratio. However, if you come down to the 0.5% TP1 and then move your stop loss to your entry, then it's essentially a break even or even a small win. And most of the time, those scalps are going to play out, right? Because most of the time, if we wait for our confirmations and only take those trades if we get our confirmations, they play out most of the time. And so, you know, for me, I'm basically taking for granted the fact that I know I have like at least a 70% win rate. I actually don't know the exact percent, but definitely most of my trades are winning trades, or at least when I say winning trades, most of my trades are not losing trades. Let's put it that way. Most of my trades are not losses. And so if I do, for example, get liquidated in a position, it's really not a big deal, because usually what happens is we will get multiple small wins, and then we'll get big wins, right? And even now, let's say that I do take this 1% loss. I've already made, basically, I have a 70x long from yesterday that I didn't even TP on until this area right here. And 70x of 1% of my account, that means I've made about 200% on 70% of my account. And so if you're trading in a way where overall, instead of looking at the risk reward for individual trades, overall your risk reward is good, where even if I take a loss here, I'm still massively in the green from my long. So there's a lot of things that go into making the decision to enter a trade. But basically, if I'm counter trading myself, I already know, okay, if I get stopped out here, I can cover my losses and more based on the longs I'm already in. But yeah, the biggest factor is, if you're waiting for the confirmations, there's a very high probability you will hit that TP1. Stop loss to entry, yes, that will keep you from potentially making bigger gains, but it will also prevent you from making frequent losses. And really, the name of the game is just preserving the capital. And those huge, crazy running trades, they will come, and those are the ones where you're going to make your money. The rest are, like my mindset is every trade is a gamble, right? Because we never know what's going to happen. Every single trade is you're rolling the dice, basically, but you're trying to load the dice. And so, you have to approach every trade as if it's going to do the exact opposite of what you want. So you're always taking profit super early, stop loss to entry. I'm talking about scalps, by the way, because swing trades, obviously, you know the area and invalidation. And so if you're taking the scalp, you got to assume always it's going to do the exact opposite. So you got to treat that thing like, yeah, I'm getting my profit early, stop loss to entry early. And, eventually you're going to take that trade and you're going to TP1, stop loss to entry, and then that thing is just going to go all the way down if you're shorting it, right? And so let's say you are using like 50x leverage and you have 1% of your account on the trade, right? So that thing goes down, let's say 0.5%. So now you have 25% of your account on the trade. If, let's say, that trade comes down, let's say like a 10% move, well, you just made 2.5% on your entire account. And so those big wins are going to be pretty good for you, especially if most of your trades are small wins or break evens. It's pretty rare that you'll see your confirmations and you don't at least hit a TP1 stop loss to entry. That's actually kind of rare. So I hope that makes sense. Yeah, it depends. Slow 94Z, how much you take out at TP1. A lot of times I've been taking out, to be totally safe, take out 50% at TP1. So kind of what I've been doing lately. I'm sorry guys, I have alerts going off right now. Can you guys hear that? I hope not. Crap, yeah, you can. I can mute that. I'm sorry guys. So pretty much what I've been doing lately is I've been TP1 like 50% and then let the rest ride. But I've been actually risking 2%. So I've been basically between, if I'm using 50x leverage, I'll put 2% of my account on the trade. TP1 50% of that, stop loss to entry. And so then I basically have the equivalent of my whole account on the trade for the rest. And I found that I actually make a lot more doing that. But guys, hang on one second. I have to charge my phone, guys. Hang on one second. My phone just died, which is really bad. Yeah, that's not good because I I have to manage this trade right now. I have to manage this short. So now, obviously, we've got these 13 million longs trapped. We do have a big portion of these, the 12 million longs, also trapped because we've got the 3.1 million right here at 42,560. So those guys are just now at either break even or underwater. And we can see now a lot of longs closing out and some shorts opening. So maybe we can get a larger move to the downside here. I don't know. Oh, thanks, Camo. Yeah, let me borrow your charger, bro. Oh, as a Sheen, that's a good risk management strategy. Yeah, I'm very conservative when it comes to my risk, right? Like I leave a lot of gains on the table, man. You know, from the perspective of other traders that are much more aggressive, and you know, I really try not to get greedy. Like my whole thing is like when it comes to trading, I trade in a way where my goal is to be able to pay my monthly expenses from trading, from only trading. And I don't have a lot of monthly expenses, guys, because I don't have a mortgage. I have no debt. That was like goal number one for us, was get the heck out of debt. Like, you know, we saved money for a long time to make sure we could buy we got the homestead and all that. Don't have a car payment. The only, stuff we got to pay is basically electricity, which we're trying to get off grid, and internet and all that stuff, and taxes. Ugh. Taxes, and of course, other homestead expenses. But so I don't really need a lot of money to do what I do. I'm not trying to get super rich from trading. I just want to be able to have something where I can get by, right? So if people saw the way I trade, they'd be like, "What the heck, man? You could be making so much more." It's like, once you start pulling down that greed chain, that greed string, you can get wrecked, man. I've gotten wrecked. I've lost so much in the past. It's like, screw that, man. I'm just trying to be conservative. Yeah, we're gonna trade and crew. I'll post some charts after this. I'll post some charts after this for some other altcoins. Oh, and speaking of, oh, I can't show you guys because my phone's dead. It won't it won't turn back on even though I have it plugged in here. But got a hand pump for the old well, which is cool because something I never understood is why would somebody put a well, dig a well on their property, and then make it so that you can't get the water unless you're connected to the electric grid? That's retarded. Oh, shouldn't say that. That's stupid. The module in the course about the high leverage. You know what? I have to repost that because something happened to it. I think something happened to that. But, yeah, what the heck, guys? My phone won't turn back on. This is not good. This is not good. I need to move my stop loss to my entry. All right, guys, stand by. Stand by. I'll be right back. Stand by. All right, y'all. My bad. My bad. I've really had to make sure that the trades were good. So let's see. Cool. My interview with Looking Glass Crypto, that will be out next week, guys. That'll be out next week. Rune. Yeah, let's take a look at the coins that Rune was not even an option. Yeah, I could check that thing out. But yeah, if there's any more questions, Zilliqa, yeah, Zilliqa, that's a good coin. My brother, man, he made a bunch of money investing in Zilliqa when it was like super new. I remember that. Yeah, guys. Well, guess I'm gonna head out. Gonna take care of the chickens and stuff, but yeah, it's been an interesting stream, interesting morning, guys. All right, well, God bless everyone, and I'll see you soon. Peace.